Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Give you a moment to get on. How are things? Okay, so if you're watching the recording, you can skip ahead probably about a minute or so to get to the content. And while Facebook is doing its thing, let me get this shared out. I gotta find this thing where I can broadcast from my desktop. I have not moved that up on my list of priorities because I just got other stuff to do right now. I got other things on the top of my list, but it is what it is, right? Okay. Let me get this shared out and then we're gonna get down with the get down. All right. Okay. So we're done. First, I want to welcome you to the Daily Revision Morning Show. My name is Lysandra Everett and I am your host. When you tune into my show, you're going to hear about various topics, various life topics. We talk about personal development. We talk about business every Tuesday, like today is Tax Tuesday. Every Thursday is Ecom Thursday, and every Friday is Q&A Friday, where I answer questions throughout the week and that I've gotten throughout the week, and I answer them all on Friday. Okay, so one more thing. One more place. Okay, and make sure you share this out because people need to hear this. Okay, so and if you've ever been on my my live broadcast and you get value out of what I'm sharing with you, make sure to leave me a comment and let me know. I would certainly appreciate it. Okay, let's get down with the get down. Today's topic is 5 smart things you can do with your tax refund. Okay, so first of all, hey, Mr. Mike, so good to see you. Okay, so 5 smart things you can do with your tax refund. First thing is to save it. All right, so here we go. I got some interesting statistics to read off to you. All right. So according to a bank rate survey that they just did, 57% of American households cannot cover a $500 emergency. Another 21% said they would rely on a credit card. 20% said they'd cut back on expenses. Another 11% said they turn to family and friends for the money. Now, if you are the product of the 5 people you hang around the most, if the 5 people you hang around the most if they can't afford a $500 emergency, how you gonna ask them? That's crazy. Okay, so when we're talking about what types of emergency expenses people have experienced, more than 5 cited, major medical expense. Okay, with that average expense being almost $2,800. Now, along with that savings, start a health savings account, an HSA. Now, in order to have a health savings account, you have to be a part of a high deductible insurance plan. And what that means is that you have a higher deductible, so you're not paying as high of a premium, but you still got to meet that deductible. And a health savings account is a tax-free way in order for you to do that. So you need to do your research right now. Okay. There is a lot of concern about the repeal of the Affordable Care Act and what does that mean for the future. So I'm listening to the rhetoric that's going around right now. And one of the things that Speaker Paul Ryan said is that he wants to see people using the health savings account more. So I'm telling you now to do your research and to before you go and spend your money all willy-nilly, check this out for yourself. Okay. Number 2, pay off debt. Listen to this statistic. The overall U.S. household debt has grown 11% over the past decade. The average credit card debt for the American household is over $16,000. All right. 38% of all household carry some sort of credit card debt. Here's the kicker. Okay. Households with the lowest net worth, 0 or negative net worth. Okay. 0 means that after you add up all of your income, what you have versus your expenses, this is your net worth. So if that is 0 or minus, You have an average debt of $10,000 in credit card debt. All right. Now, here are some other numbers for you. So we talked about the average credit card debt being over $16,000. Mortgages average $172,000. Car loans average $28,000. Student loans average $50,000. Okay. So you got to pay off this debt. And let me explain to you why it's important to pay off the debt. Because your debt is accruing faster than you can save. So you think about having a credit card debt interest rate of 17%. If you put your money in a mutual fund, 8% is super exciting. Okay. A savings account might net you maybe 1.5% these days. So as you can see, so when your money is sitting in the bank, they're only giving you 1 to 2%. But if you borrow their money, they're charging you 16, 17%, sometimes 23, 25%. So it's important to get this debt paid off, okay, or paid down so that less principal is accruing the interest, okay? So you got to look at your financial situation. Number 3, invest in your retirement fund. As much as you might like to ignore it, you're going to get old, okay? You're going to get old and you don't want to have to work. You want to work if you want to work. You don't want to have to work for your survival. You need to start saving for your retirement, all right? You can start, if you don't have one, start a Roth IRA. And, it's a great way to save for retirement without having to worry about the taxes. Do your homework, all right? Number 4, invest in a business for yourself. Start your own side hustle. Now, you got to do your research, okay? Don't just go off all willy-nilly. Think about the things that you're good at. Think about the things that what kind of marketable skills that you have or an interest that you have that you can translate into what's starting out to be a side hustle and grow that into a business. All right. Because having a business is going to allow you several deductions, some delicious deductions that you cannot get as an employee. So if you don't have a side hustle, look into one. And, and invest in a business. And the cool thing is that when you start your own business, you can deduct those, those startup expenses. So you got to get with your CPA and your tax professional to find out how that works. Okay. Number 5, invest in mutual funds and stocks. Okay, so first, again, you got to do your homework. Don't do this all willy-nilly. There's plenty of information out there. There's magazines, there's books, there's blogs, there's podcasts. There's all sorts of information that's available to you. Go talk to somebody that manages a mutual fund. If you really reach out and talk to these people, they're going to help you because this is how they make their money. And if you don't make any money, they don't make any money because they're going to start losing customers, right? Okay. So you want to, definitely educate yourself first. All right. But listen, here's the thing, I'm going to throw this in as a bonus. If you are consistently getting all of these tax refunds, okay, I know it sounds great, but this is money that you can be bringing home and having more money in your household so you're not accruing this debt. And holidays, okay? This is, this is the cycle. So we get into the holiday season and we go to create all of these bills that we're dying for the tax refund to come so that we can pay the bills off. This is a nasty cycle to be in. Let's not do that. If you did that this year, don't do it next year. Okay. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. All right. So yeah. And discipline yourself in your own savings. I mean, we have gotten so far from disciplining ourselves with our money because we feel like we deserve to have something right now. How about you learn a little bit of patience? Okay. How about you save for what you want? And then by the time you save your money, I guarantee you will you want something else by then. But But we need to get out of the mindset of depending on this tax refund, and everybody is balling at tax season, right? Because we get $8,000, $10,000. Do you know what you can do with this money instead of spending it? Well, now you got five smart things that you can do with your money. And here's something else that is still catching people by surprise. This is why you must educate yourself. Starting this year, for this tax year, people that have tax credits for the additional child tax credit, earned income credit, all of these credits that you may take advantage of, now they're not going to start issuing these refunds until February 15th. So that means that you could see your money February 15th, or it might not be until later in the month. So you might file your taxes in January, but they're not issuing any refunds until the middle of February. So I ask you this: if you are not getting this tax refund, what would you do? Go do that and stop relying on this refund, and stop putting yourself in the position to rely on this tax refund for your well-being. Okay, because the only thing you're doing is getting your money back. The government isn't giving you anything. You are getting your money back that you overpaid in taxes. If you are continually overpaying in taxes and getting a tax refund, you need to adjust your W-4 and you need to discipline yourself to save your money. That's what needs to happen. Okay. So, that's it for today, guys. All right. One last run through. One, the first thing you can do with your tax refund is save it. 2, pay off your debts. 3, invest in your retirement fund. 4, invest in a business. And 5, invest in some mutual funds or stocks. Okay. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any notifications. Oh, check out in the description bar. I have my 2016 tax organizer. You can opt in to get that for free so you can be prepared and organized for your taxes, and you will not be a nightmare for your tax person. Okay. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Bye.